will kick it off and we'll be underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. He gets a block, and he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So Florida's offense will have the football first. And guys, any discussion about this offense has to start and end with the guy behind center.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback, he gets the ball on every play. He's got to be the leader. He's got to be able to throw the football. So many times you see Jesse where they can run it as well, but he's the captain usually on most teams. It starts and ends with him.
Yeah, and David, the thing you love about this guy, too, is he's such a good distributor and facilitator with the football. He knows this offense like the back of his hand, and he's able to take advantage of all the different weapons they have surrounding him.
Handoff from the gun. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Leaves it with the back. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They'll immediately call timeout.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Bulldogs offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire.
Turning it on! Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Stockton. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You gotta put pressure on the quarterback. You gotta affect him. Really nice job on this play.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
Louisiana Tech will have to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Tebow. With the catch, it's Ginn. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Gives it on the option. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Fires left. He makes a grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Gators.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The run to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Under fire. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in the hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got it behind the line. It's Robinson. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner is stopped. The Gators sending the offense back to work. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Under fire. He's like a loose boulder, just caroms his way to the 32.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Tebow. Grab near the sticks, it's Smith. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. So it's 1st down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. And the Gators will kick it away to start the second half. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession. Oh, he's got some space. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
He's got an open man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Oh, they're after him. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Kearse coming off the edge, the freak. It was a nightmare, so hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, this defense is feasting. You can tell. They know they got the lead, and they know they have to pass. So they're pinning their ears back. They're bringing pressure. This offense, they have to do a better job, man. You got to protect your QB. Give him some time if you want to get back in this ballgame.
Louisiana Tech will have to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Tebow. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown Gators! And the route is on.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top, because this guy's speed is a problem.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Rush is on him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
You could just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. It'll be 3rd and long. Come on, set. Back to pass. It's Tebow. Here's a heat. Unleashes one deep. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Sends it back in motion. Gonna swing it on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Hansen. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. They'll put it in play from the 27. First down. leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Louisiana Tech will have to punt.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Gives it on the option. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, trying to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
On the move, it's Locke. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Brings up 3rd down.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.